So we're back, undisclosed location. Of course, coronavirus is just shutting down everything. So what else can we do besides stay quasi quarantine and make videos and just talk about all the stupid Stefon Diggs drama that continues to go on? And here's the thing. We've mentioned this many a times. He could just completely shut down all of this drama. Just come out and say, "Hey, I want to be a Minnesota Viking. I have a contract here. All is good in the hood, and that is it." And then no more of the passive aggressive games. No more of the crypticness. No more of none of that. Because I am worried. I am worried that fans are starting to get a little sour on Diggs. Now, there'll be staunch Diggs supporters forever, but we've seen it before in Minnesota with Randy Moss as well as Percy Harvin. Eventually, like some fans that are on their side, they're just like, okay, so this guy who signed a big contract and now he suddenly wants out and all that other stuff and blah, 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 just leave. Because fans love to be loved. Fans love when players actually want to be here. It's very civic in that manner, and civic by I mean like local, parochial, all that other stuff. So the fact that you can get sick of a guy like Randy Moss. I mean, Pittsburgh eventually got sick of Antonio Brown, and Terrell Owens were out as welcome everywhere that he went. So eventually, just the attitude it just turns. And Diggs is an interesting case because you go back and there's things that you just simply can't ignore, right? And I always say that actions do speak louder than words. So the $200,000 in fines for missing meetings and all that other stuff, that didn't come out of nowhere. It isn't like, hey, Tom Coughlin, you're 5 minutes late for a meeting, bam, $200,000. So that's something that's been boiling under the surface for a long time, right? And then you have the Stefon Diggs putting on Instagram the Photoshop of Stefon in a Washington uniform. Okay, and then all of a sudden this latest one where the Cardinals are rumored to have a big trade in the works, and then Diggs just magically appears in Georgia in an Arizona Cardinals shirt. And then there's so many people just carry his water. It's like, well, he said on Instagram that it was his brother's shirt. So you're telling me, multimillionaire athlete can afford a lot of shirts, right? Training at a very high-end facilities. Like, you don't tell me that they don't have a shop full of Under Armour gear? Get out of here. So he has to wear that specific shirt, the specific shirt that is tied to the team that is supposedly having a big trade in the works for a player who kind of wants out of town, but just doesn't want to flat out come out and say it. It's getting sickening. And frankly, if I'm a teammate of Stefon Diggs, if I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm Adam Thielen, I mean, they have eyes and ears too. Like they fully understand what is going on with Diggs here and what's going on amongst the fan base. They just need to pull 14 aside and be like, hey, you in, you're out. I mean, if you're out, then we can work with that. Don't mess with another man's money. If he really wants out of town, then facilitate it. It's fine. But if he truly is wanting to be here, I mean, just enough. Like, maybe this is all just a complete troll, which Diggs certainly does love to troll. I think he's extremely self-aware in the social media game. But also, this isn't helping. I mean, yeah, it helps fans pass the time, but if you're a teammate of Stefon Diggs and you see him with this wishy-washy, diva-esque attitude, oh, maybe I want out of town. Oh, no, it's my brother's shirt, all that other stuff. You just need to text him or call him, or, well, don't call. No one calls anymore. Only the second best call. But Kirk Cousins, he just pulled Diggs in and was like, hey, you want the ball? Do you want the ball in this run-heavy, run-first offense? Then knock it off. Otherwise, we will trade you, and then we'll get a top-tier left tackle, and then I'll be fine and hunky-dory. But I am worried because I do love Stefon Diggs. I think he brings a lot to this team. I think he is the vertical threat when they do decide to pass in this run-first offense. But I'm worried that a certain part of the fan base is starting to get tired of this act, and I don't think he's doing himself any favors. But it is what it is. Skull, production value.